I'm James Kaprielian. This is Yankees Access, Prospects.
After being drafted by the Yankees in 2015, James Kaprielian was living out his childhood dream.
My dad was my coach for the Yankees when we were in Little League. We were always determined to wear the pinstripes. My dad liked the Yankees, and then for me, you know, being able to watch that core, just the way that they did things, and I think kind of the way that the Yankees handle themselves, you know, the professionalism, the discipline, the respect. I just think the whole Yankee way is something that's kind of been installed in me before I knew it was the Yankee way.
In 2016, after 3 starts with the Tampa Yankees, James suffered an arm injury, missing the entire season. James had to remember his roots in Tustin, California, the son of his loving parents, Barb and Doug, and little brother to his sister, Allison.
My parents have always, they were a good balance because my dad was always so tough on me, even when I didn't want him to be, but I'm so glad he was. When I'd complain about it, I'd go to my mom, and she'd open my eyes to the reason why he was being so tough on me, you know. He just wants you to be happy and succeed, and because you say you know, you want to do this and you love doing this, whatever it was, not just sports, whatever it was.
This is where he learned that life can throw you punches, but you have to put on the boxing gloves and keep moving forward.
I was in 1st grade when my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer. For me, it was kind of like, what's going on? You know, like, I didn't have a worry in the world. I worried about what I was going to eat for lunch and recess as a kid. I didn't know she was capable of dying. I didn't know about chemo. I didn't know if there was going to be surgery. I just knew Mom was sick.
She hung in. It's the best of them, and you know, you could tell when she wasn't feeling her best, but she never really showed it. She'd work through it. Community organizer, just never missed what she could not miss with school, her kids, her family, pretty much all the way around.
She was always extremely tough. You know, we always would say, you know, just keep the boxing gloves on and don't let cancer define the way you live your life. Continue to, you know, live your life. And this is just something we're going to deal with. But she was always tough. We never felt like there's any moment where we should be worried or scared.
After successful treatment, Barb was in remission. James was now entering high school and would soon find out that pitching was not only his relief, but his true calling.
I think I was forced to grow up at a young age. Being able to play sports was kind of my sanctuary. I kind of grew up playing middle infield and 3rd base and pitching, and then after, I want to say my sophomore year, kind of figured out, you know, I kind of got a good shot at, you know, being a little better at a pitcher than every other position, so kind of stuck with pitching a little bit.
High school are some of the best times of your life, and for James and his family, they were an integral part of that community. Even visiting today, James is close to their minds.
My mom was an educator. Education's always kind of been something that's been pressed on me. From a young age, there was always, you know, a standard that I needed to do well in school. School came first, and then I could be a baseball player, a football player, whatever I wanted to be.
I need a hug.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
So good to see you.
Good to see you.
It's been so long.
Good to see you back up and playing.
I know, healthy.
Yeah, good
So
for
stoked,
you.
yeah. How's everything going?
Real good, real good.
He's the kid everybody wants to say that he was, you know, that's my son. You know, his aspirations, everything that he's done and everything. I mean, he was just a well-rounded kid. Friends with everybody, took in kids that, you know, we have a lot of special needs kids here. They looked up to him. I mean, James is just a remarkable kid.
Coming into high school, you think you might, you know how to play baseball and stuff, but Coach LaValle kind of opened my eyes to the game a little differently before the next level. How are you doing? Oh, he's wearing the UCLA too. How's it going?
It's going good. That was the easiest thing in the world to coach. James was incredibly self-motivated, which is pretty rare for high school athletes. James has a bunch of things that he's responsible for here. So
Where? Where are they? Oh yeah.
that's the baseball one.
Oh yeah, we won 2011.
He blossomed between his freshman and sophomore years when we were playing summer baseball. And then his first appearance on the varsity level was sophomore year. Well, it was a really competitive group of guys who were very talented baseball-wise. And probably the least amount of coaching that I've ever done was those 3 years where James was on varsity. This is the high school legend right here walking on this field. This is where it all happened. This is where James will take his kids back and say, yep, just for lack of a better word, just dominating. In his high school career here, he was 33 wins and 3 losses. Even those 3 times he lost games, it was 2-1, 1-0, and that's what James has always been about in every sport he's played, is winning.
I think I really just wanted to be good at every single pitch that I had. That was kind of the expectation I kind of held upon myself from a young age, is to be able, to throw anything in any count.
There's 2 numbers missing. Garrett Brown should be right here. His number blew down on our recent windstorm. And then this is where there's number 11, Kaprielian. And last year, well, in the summer, 6 months ago, it got stolen. And somebody just tore it off the wall.
It's not worth anything, though. What a joke's on them.
There is no question James found success on the field, but off the field, sometimes life just throws you a curveball.
I can't see Doug without seeing Barb, and I can't see Barb without seeing Doug right next to her. They were at every game. They were the picture-perfect parents, super supportive. Mom she just loved watching her daughter and her son compete in sports.
My mom was a superstar. She was a huge part of my life. Always had the cowbell ringing. Always had the cowbell. Anytime things were going good, you heard the cowbell. And everyone knew my mom for the cowbell too. So it was pretty funny. But yeah, no, she was great.
It's one of those things you don't really know how to approach it with a kid. But you kind of just tell him that, hey, I'm here for you if you need me. But his mom was really, it was no secret was what she had battled and what she was fighting when James was here.
I mean, I remember getting picked up from school by my mom after football practice, and she's on the phone crying the whole time. So that's when I knew something's going on. We drive home, park the car, and she just bawled. And she's like, the cancer's back, just found out. So that was a hard moment for me. I remember going inside and, being a young kid and having to watch your mom cry is just like it's your worst enemy. It's not what you want to see. And I just went over next to her and gave her a hug and held her hand and just, let her know. I was like, so what's going to change? I mean, you've beat cancer, you've kicked cancer's ass this long. I don't know if I can say that, but you've kicked cancer's ass this long. Like, what's going to change? Because you've got to put the boxing gloves back on, and it starts today.
Not to try to draw a connection to everything in life to athletics, but I mean, James he draws from his mother's strength, and throwing a baseball to a hitter 60 feet, 6 inches away, that's nothing compared to the realities of life sometimes. So he's a brave kid himself.